Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about joint variation. So joint variation is a form of variation that involves three or more variables, and this can be in many forms, right? So we've got an example which says the mass of a wire varies jointly with its length and the square of its diameter, right? So let the mass, let's give it a capital letter M, and then the length, let's give it a small letter L, and the diameter, let's give it a small letter D. So the mass of a wire varies jointly with its length and the square of its diameter. So it's length times square of its diameter, right? So M is equals to K, our constant, times length times our diameter squared, right? And we are given that 500 meters of the wire of diameter 3 millimeters is a mass of what? 31.5 kilograms, right? So mass is 31.5 k times length. Our length is 500 meters times our diameter is 3 millimeters. So 3 squared, right? So 31.5 is equals to k times 500. 3 squared is 9, right? So 500 times 9, what do we get? 500 times 9, we get 4,500. So 31.5 is equals to 4,500 K, right? So dividing both sides by 4,500, this by 4,500. So our K will be equal to, go into your calculator and type 31.5 divided by 4,500. We get our K as 0. Sorry, 0.007. So our relationship will be M is equals to 0.007 LD squared, right? We are told what is the mass of a 1 kilometer wire, right? Of diameter 2 millimeters. So our mass is equals to 0.007 times length, 1 kilometer, which is 1000 meters, times our diameter is 2 millimeters, so 2 squared, right? So go into your calculator and type 0.007 times 1000 times 2 squared is 4. So we get our mass of 28 kilograms. So this will be our answer. Let's go on now to the second, which says x varies jointly as y by z. So x varies jointly as y by z. So we write it as x is equals to k, our constant, y, z. And we are given the value of that when y is equals to 2 and z is equals to 3, x is 30. So 30 is equals to k times our y, 2 times z is 3. So we want to find our constant. So 30 is equals to 2 times 3 is 6. 6k divided by 6 both sides. So our k is equals to 6 into 6, 1. 6 into 30, 5. So our k is equals to 5. So our relationship will be x is equals to 5 yz, right? And the part A says find the relationship between x, y, and z. So we have find the relationship. Now move on to part B. Find x when y is equals to 4 and z is equals to 6. So x is equals to 5yz. So find x. So finding x here, x is the unknown, and our y is 4 and our z is 6. So 5 times 4, 20. 20 times 6, it's what? 120. So our x is 120 when y is equals to 4 and z is equals to 6. Let's move on to the second one, which says the height of a cone varies directly as its volume and inversely as the square of its radius. So the height varies directly as its volume and inversely as its radius. So it's like this, right? So H is equals to KV over R. So we are told to use the constant K to show the relationship. So we use the constant K to show the relationship. So we have solved this one, right? Let's move on to the next, which says that the mass of a roller varies jointly with its length and the square of its diameter. So the mass varies jointly with its length L and the square of its diameter, right? So a roller, so this one we write it in form of M is equals to our constant K L D squared, right? And we are given that the roller of diameter 20 is 5 centimeters long and has a mass of 0.29 kgs. So 0.29 is equals to K times what is our length? Our length is 5 and our diameter is 20 squared, right? So 0.29 is equals to, so we go to our calculator, 20 times 20 times 5. So we get 2000, sorry, 2000 K. So dividing both sides by 2000, dividing both sides by 2000, our K is equals to 0.29 divided by 2000. Going to your calculator. So our K will be equal to 0.000145, right? Our M mass is equal to 0.000145 LD squared. And we are told to calculate the mass in kgs of a roller 30 meters in diameter and 2 meters long. So mass is equals to 0.000145 times our length. What's our length? 2 meters long. So 2 meters is a, we have to convert this into centimeters, so it's 200 centimeters times our diameter is 30 millimeters, right? So 30 millimeters squared, right? So what do we get? I'll go into your calculator and multiply 0.000145 times 200 times 30 times 30. So we get 26.1. So our mass in kgs is equals 26.1 kilograms, right? So see you in the next video where we talk about, where we solve more of this kind of stuff.